This is my audience. Okay. Hello, my name is Alyssa. This last Christmas, I seriously struggled to find a Christmas present for my husband. 4 in 10 people actually describe the holiday shopping season as stressful, according to the New York Post, and I definitely have to agree with them. But so today I'm going to show you how to recreate a no-sew blanket. It's a super easy and fun craft that you can make for somebody else as a present, or you can also just keep around the house as a gift to yourself. But I've made multiple of them over the months since December. But I also learned how to make them for my sister, who has made them for years, and she's made at least 50 of them for her own friends and family. But it only takes a handful of materials and 2 tools, and I'll go over the materials and steps on how to make the actual blanket. So first, I'll go over the materials and tools, but you're also going to want to make sure that you have a large space in order to spread the blanket out and also to move around the blanket. Thankfully, you won't need too many materials for this project. You're going to need 2 pieces of fleece. This is the blanket that I made back in December. I used a black piece of fleece and a plaid piece of fleece. Mine was 3 yards long, but you can make it however long that you want. You just want to make sure that both sides or both parts of your fleece are the same size. The smaller that you go with yards, the smaller the blanket's going to be. 1 yard is about the perfect size for maybe a baby blanket, and 3 yards is the normal size for a normal person blanket. But then you're also going to need fabric scissors and a ruler. But now that you have your materials, you want to piece them together. There are only 5 steps to preparing the materials. As said before, you're going to want to clear out a large enough space for the blanket and to also move around it. But you're going to begin by putting 1 piece of fleece down, the softest side facing downwards, and then you're also going to ensure that there are no creases. This is just going to make the whole process a lot easier if it's completely flat. But you're going to want to place the second piece of fabric over the first. You're also going to ensure on that side that the softest side is facing upwards. You just want the softest pieces facing outwards because that's what's going to be touching your skin or whoever you're giving it to. You're also going to ensure that the edges of the fleece are perfectly lined up. Don't be afraid to cut off a little bit to get them completely lined up. It's also just going to make tying them later a lot easier and go a lot smoother. But now that everything is together, we can begin the actual steps completing the blanket. There are 5 easy steps completing the blanket. Step 1, you're going to need to cut 4 by 4 inches off of each corner, and there will be 4 corners. And then you can begin actually cutting on any side. You're just going to make sure that there are 4 inches into the fabric. And you're also going to want to cut both pieces of fabric at the same time. Again, that's just going to make tying and everything way easier later. But you're going to keep each cut 1 inch apart, so every strip is going to be 1 inch in width and then 4 inches in length. Step 4, you're going to continue making the 1 inch cuts around the entire blanket. Step 5, when cutting is complete, you're going to double knot every cut. And so on my blanket, you can see that everything is tied, but all of them are also double knotted, and this is just to ensure that both pieces of fabric are completely stuck together. You'll be able to wash it and everything afterwards like normal. The knots just ensure that your 2 pieces of fabric are going to stay stuck together. And you're going to repeat that on all sides until your blanket is finished. But when you're done with it, when you're done tying, it'll be done. So let's go back over all of what I went over today. We learned how to craft together a no-sew blanket using a few materials and in 5 steps. But I hope you try to remake this blanket as either a present or simply for your own home, and I hope you love it. Thank you.